Early AM, 12:26 AM Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I'm XRP Future Million, and we got some breaking news to discuss. We've got two things that are going to tie into each other, and this first thing is the fair notice defense that XRP is trying to use for January, I believe the 17th or 19th. It's what everybody on YouTube's pointing to. Why XRP is going to explode, yada, yada, yada. And I've been telling you, don't listen to that nonsense. It's going to get you trapped. So, the one thing... So XRP lawsuit, SEC's filing gives a new reason to strike Ripple's fair notice defense. And once we go through this, guys, I'm going to show you what the SEC filed. And this broke about 4 hours ago. So let's go through this first. Make sure to hit that like button because this is absolutely historical what's happening right now. And you're going to see exactly why you can't get sucked into the FUD of what's going on around YouTube. So let's hit this intro. We'll go through these articles so that we can tie it together. And then we'll look at the technicals of XRP. And then we'll get the hell out of here. Okay, so no more time to waste. So XRP lawsuit, SEC's filing, gives a new reason to strike Ripple's fair notice defense. And as you know, this is what everybody's pointing to, that this is why the lawsuit was going to end, supposedly, which I thought was a little horse manure. So, as the SEC versus Ripple Labs lawsuit enters 2022, many in the XRP community expected that the next court date update would come around January 19th. However, crypto watchers were in for a surprise after reading the SEC's latest filing, which strikes at one of the founding pillars of Ripple's case. What the fife is going on? In a copy of that filing dated January 6, 2022 and shared by former federal prosecutor James K. Phelan, the SEC cited another case which it called Fife. The American regulator used a court denial from this particular case to further support its own pending motion to strike Ripple's fair notice defense. The Fife case was between the SEC and the defendant John M. Fife and his 5 entities in its filing, the SEC noted. I believe this was like 60 fucking years. Fife case rejected at the pleading stage the same fair notice argument Ripple asserts in this case and that the SEC has moved to strike. Indeed, Fife rejected the defendant's fair notice defense at the motion to dismiss stage despite acknowledging the lack of binding authority construing the term dealer. In essence, what the SEC reportedly hopes to do is apply the outcome to Ripple's use of the term investment contract by showing that the phrase has been bound by legal parameters since 1946. In the SEC's view, this would strengthen its motion to strike Ripple's defense. Previously, the San Francisco-based blockchain company had claimed that the SEC did not give it fair notice about the sales of XRP violating the law, the SEC's own filing stated. In Ripple's case, binding authority constructing the term investment contract has existed since 1946. W.J. Howie, CO, 328 U.S. at 298 yes, 99 no. Thus, Fife provides additional authority for striking Ripple's fourth affirmative defense. Keep your eyes peeled. According to experts and media influencers in the industry, SEC vs. Ripple is far more than just another tedious court case. In fact, some believe that the final verdict could change crypto regulations in America, with the potential to either promote fintech innovation in the country or send homegrown companies offshore. And by the way, fintech is going into litigation in 2022. Not a lot of people are talking about that, but we will be covering it on this station. That's right, you heard it here first. Fintech will be going into litigation in 2022. So, the lawsuit's conclusion also has a direct impact on tens of thousands of XRP holders whose assets have been frozen or delisted for reasons they believe is linked to ongoing lawsuits. So that if that wasn't bad enough, that the fair notice defense is void, yeah, I'm telling you right now that has no standing. So anybody who's still pushing that narrative, stop watching them. And this will even make your bones crawl even more. The SEC, and this came out 5 hours ago, the SEC files a strike against Ripple's defense. Could it drown XRP? The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, made a surprise attack on the Ripple case by filing a letter of supplemental authority to strike Ripple's fair notice defense. Simultaneously, the token XRP is down 2.33% in the last 24 hours to 70 cents, following the market's downtrend. The SEC's surprise move. As the popular SEC versus Ripple case is expected to be resolved around April this year, the SEC has made a new move that left many wondering if previous expectations could change. The American regulator is using a winning move from another case to strike at Ripple's key argument. The SEC had taken John M. Fife and 5 entities controlled by him to court in September 2020 for selling $21 billion of penny stocks and gaining a profit of $61 billion without registering as securities dealers. Fife's defense adopted an argument similar to Ripple's, alleging the SEC had given them a fair notice warning and the term dealer can be widely interpreted. Last month, the court denied this argument. What does it mean for the Ripple case? Naturally, the regulator now aimed to use this denial to strike at Ripple's fair notice key defense. Similarly, Ripple's fair notice defense alleges the regulator failed to notify them about a possible violation of federal security laws and claimed the term investment contract is being misused by the SEC, adding that the SEC's theory that XRP is an investment contract is wrong on the facts, the law, and the equities. No foreign regulator has determined that XRP is a security. In fact, the opposite is true. The U.S. would be the unfortunate outlier. The SEC is using the Fife case latest outcome to insist that the term investment contract is bound by legal parameters since 1946. In Ripple's case, binding authority constructing the term investment contract has existed since 1946. W.J. Howey, and this is why I read that last one too, that last article. W.J. Howey, CO 328 U.S. at 298.99. Thus, Fife provides additional authority for striking Ripple's fourth alternative defense. However, the cases have distinct terms. The attorney Jeremy Holman explained via Twitter that the Fife case outcome marginally helps the SEC's position, and its motion to strike Ripple's fair notice defense, so the SEC filed it with the court. So even Jeremy Hogan's acknowledging it. So, although the SEC is trying to make a move out of the similar... So, Jeremy Hogan said the SEC just poured orange juice on your hands and told you it handed you an orange. Although the SEC is trying to make a move out of similarities from both cases, Hogan claims that Fife's was in a very different stage of litigation. The standard is completely different than the SEC versus Ripple case. In the Fife case, the defendant tried to argue fair notice in order to dismiss the lawsuit entirely and failed because the burden is very high on a party moving to strike a pleading. In the Ripple case, it's the SEC that is trying to strike the affirmative defense of fair notice, and it has the higher burden to meet. Let's see what else Jeremy Hogan said. The SEC's new case is also discussing whether a guy should date a girl, but the new case involves a 25-year-old guy and the Ripple case involves a 50-year-old guy. The girl hasn't changed, but the criteria the guy will use to make the decision are completely different. I would be very disappointed if the ruling in the Fife case did help the SEC. As you said, the litigation is different. The selling of penny stocks in the U.S. works very different than what Ripple has done to conduct business. Clearly, we're seeing a good... So, Ripple CEO Brad Garland has to remain hopeful at the end of 2021, as he expressed to CNBC. Clearly, we're seeing good questions asked by the judge. And I think the judge realizes this is not just about Ripple. This will have broader implications. The impact on XRP. I think Ripple will get most of those docs, but not all on the VPP issue. I would give 9 out of 10 odds on that. This is Jeremy Hogan. I think the judge does not strike the F in defense and would give 7.5 out of 10 odds on that, taking all bets. The next hearing will be a key date for Ripple, the outcome of Ripple's case, the XRP's price. The timing is rather complicated for XRP. Its downtrend seems to follow the general crypto market movement. XRP is down 2.33% in the last 24 hours to 76.34 as it shows in the next chart. After the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple in December 2002, that's supposed to be December 2020, the XRP price plunged dramatically from 60 cents to 17.48. It continued to drop and lose ground, but remains inside the top 10 crypto rankings. The XRP recovered throughout 2021 and reached highs of 134 on November 10, 2021, although it didn't manage to close the year above 1.01. The XRP enthusiast expectations are for Ripple to win the case and XRP to enter a massive rally, surging to all-time highs of around $3.40 or even double numbers. However, the previous projections hadn't taken into account the current crypto market downtrend, and if the Ripple case were to have a surprisingly negative resolution, XRP might see the outcome just as sad. So, I thought that was fascinating. I really did. That's just something that we all need to pay attention to because that's happening, guys. So, Bitcoin's still underneath the 41,995 resistance support line. And I just very quickly just wanted to look at the XRP chart. That's still how it looks on the monthly, folks. Can't fight this. Resistance. Right, support. Support. Resistance. We're going to come up to resistance or back down to support first? That's the only question. It looks like we're coming down to support. But we're bouncing in between here. So, I mean, this is a very long pattern if we're going to continue to follow this. We got a bumpy road for XRP still, right? So let's pay attention to what we're doing. Yes, we're in some smaller patterns as well, but I mean that's the length of this pattern. Now, as you can see, XRP is getting to the end of this, and it's got to make a move for the 1 year symmetrical triangle. We have to make a move. Almost. We've technically got until about, where is this back here? I don't even know where the hell that's at. Way out there. It's loading slow. But anyhow, XRP still working on that 75 support, 78 mid resistance that I put out here because that's 30-minute time frame in the 200-day. We seem to have been squeezed in this zone, and it stayed in here. Right? I think we're coming down eventually here, and we're going to come down to 57 or 52 cents. I just don't see any way out of this. And with this latest news with XRP, it's just one bad thing after another. So the whole point of this update, yes, I wanted to show you this where we're at on the charts, but there's nothing to show. Same exact spot as when I came on earlier, but there was some breaking developments when it came to the court case. So I hope that helps. I hope that puts perspective. Make sure to hit that like button and share this far and wide so people can see real news, trusted technical analysis, and no fucking bullshit. Because aren't we all sick of the bullshit and FUD? Hashtag be better, do better, hashtag FUD assassins.